All right, as you can see, I'm still here. Because it's been a while, I decided to come right back and do another one because the past 2 weeks, I've been getting a lot of calls, so I do appreciate the support. And then I just saw, my man Sidney Vass had just came on board, so thanks a lot, man, for looking out. And then every day with B&K and Denise Loves, there's just some people that I see all the time. Drew, Oral, Chef Willis, y'all get that food from him, delicious. Just a few people that, I want to say thank you for being there.
Elijah.
Yeah, Elijah. Oh yeah, definitely Elijah. And Elijah, y'all got to check out Elijah because he's all over the city. He could be anywhere at any given time. My man Demetrius Means, thank you for your support and advice. Demetrius has a show down in Virginia, a radio show. So y'all look him up and then y'all can check that out too. But, then y'all let me know how often, y'all want me to be on and how long, because, if y'all wondering who the voice is on the other side of this camera that pops up, that's my son Joe. He has Joe Cool King, make beats. So if you need a beat or whatever you're trying to do with music, hit him up. That's your man. My nephew Jason, J Hoops, congratulations on your track award you got, cross country, but he's a baller, so y'all can check him out. In the future, y'all gonna hear that name. And of course, Bobby King, he's out there. You want to scout some talent, the best high school talent around the tri-state area, you call him up. He tell you who's hot and who's not, because he gets around. So, one more, my man Dave. Dave just won a CYO championship with his 2 sons on his team. So how cool is that? Not as a coach, as a player, to have a father and 2 sons win a championship together. So, congratulations, Dave, on that. But again, we're gonna get back to
shout out Mom for making all that noise and the decorations in the background.
Let it do what he do. As long as the coffee hot, I'm good. But with the Knicks though, I had touched on before about the assistant coaches, and again, today's NBA, and this has been going on for a while, but there's like 8 coaches. So teams that struggle, for the past years, I just can't understand how do players stay in a funk when you have all these assistant coaches, and then through the course of a game, how come guys can't really manage a game when you got a big man coach, you got a point guard coach, you got a shooting coach, you got a defensive coach, you got an off. So what is the problem? And this is really for all teams, but I'm particularly talking about our team because we always seem to lose our way through the course of a game, just can't keep our head in for 48 minutes. So then what are all the coaches for? Because if they're just sitting there with a chart and writing down how many makes, misses, or whatever that stuff is, which is needed, but we need coaches, talk to them guys, like talk to them before the game, go over things in practice, talk to them on the bench, like leave no stone unturned, because this year there's some great teams out there, but there's some great players on some teams, but there's no clear-cut favorite. So, y'all got to earn y'all money too. Fizz is there, but y'all assistant coaches, y'all just can't be sitting there in them nice suits. Y'all got to get in these players' ears and get them back on track and get them focused. Because I really, really believe after that performance that we put up in the fourth quarter the other night, that we could really make some noise. We can be there and then fight to get in the playoffs and then let the chips fall. And I was always a believer that if we could just get in the playoffs, now that means we're cooking, we're hot, so we could definitely do some damage. Then the other thing is that the center position. So our centers, other than Robinson, our centers are really forwards, but they can hold it down for a while. Randall played some center. Well, he played a lot of center on his previous team. Portis has played some center, but he don't really play center as a center. He plays center as a
stretch forward.
Yeah, stretch forward that can post up. Gibson to me, he plays center, fairly well. I watched a sequence from last year where he played the Joker from Denver. It was a 7-minute stretch where he guarded him the whole time, and he shut him down in a close game for that 7-minute stretch. So the Joker is big. You know, Gibson is like 6'9", and the Joker is over 7 feet and a big 7 feet and skill. And he literally shut him down in crunch time. So Fizz, you got to find a way to implement those things, you know, into the game plan. But I think somewhere down the line that we may need another backup center.
And like, but who do we? So like, looking at our roster, who would we let go to even try to get that center?
Well, that's
$1 million
well,
question.
I mean that might come
out the way.
Well, that might come later because I got a strong feeling, you know, people like Dot and them. I don't know, you know, we don't even know what's going to happen in December when the free agents are allowed to be traded. We don't really know what management is.
I ain't gonna lie, Ntilikina is gonna keep playing good, and Alfred Payton is gonna keep playing good. And
well, no,
what are you gonna do with Dennis Smith Jr.?
Well, we don't got no reason to get rid of none of them guys because they all bring value. So, you know, but that's what they get paid to figure out. But we need that defense that Frank brings, that lockdown defense, and it's only lockdown when everybody else is doing their job on the other side. And then Peyton is a floor general. So right now we need Peyton. You know, he reminds me sometimes of Chauncey Billups, the way he just like come down and orchestrate, you know, moving, you know, pieces around. And then Dennis Smith Jr., you know, and you know, our prayers go out to, you know, his family, and also Reggie Bullock, you know, the passing of the members of their family. So our prayers go out to that. But we cannot give up on Dennis Smith Jr. because we know what he is and we know what he's going to become, rather it's for us or somebody else. Now he's in a serious funk, but he's gonna come out of that funk. Even if we got to send him down to the G League for 2 games just to get him going, but we're gonna need that downhill player and that open court player. So I don't, you know, a whole lot of talk about it. No.
And speaking of that, they got to run. So our forwards, even though they playing good, you said in the last video, they got to run because it seems like our guards are taking off and our forwards ain't even moving.
Yeah, but that's part of the coaching. Again, I say with Fizz and with the assistant coaches, when that ball comes up and you pushing up court, they should be fighting to fill a lane. You know, everybody just running to a spot and seem like they're standing there. You know, but again, I'm gonna be optimistic after watching that fourth quarter. You know, I'm gonna try to train myself to believe that this is how Fizz is gonna play. You know, but if we don't run, then we don't win in this league. So that's just point blank. If you're not gonna get up into the hundreds, then almost like what are you playing for? Because this is a running league, and you know when you go out west, you might as well put your track shoes on, and that's when a guy like Randall is supposed to really help us. Because he came solely from the Western Conference. You know, so guys that went west, when we go out there, we got a few guys that played out there, so we should be able to adjust on the fly. And so anyway, just wanted to come back and just, you know, show my appreciation, you know, for you guys for tuning in and then for asking where have I been. But, you know, schedules have changed now, you know, but we're going to work it out. And then we're going to also try to bring it to you, you know, as much as we can. And hopefully we can go live so, you know, we can, you know, I can see what y'all are saying and you know, and I get a lot of feedback and not everybody agree, which I like. You're not supposed to agree. These are just my opinions, you know. When it comes to the Knicks, I think I know everything. So somebody else might think they know everything. So
the Knicks need to just give us some tickets and let's go to the game.
Well, you know, we go to enough games. We go to a lot of games. You know, I was at one preseason game, but I'll probably be at 10 games this year through my job mostly and through the foundation of the Garden of Dreams. So if you want a charitable place to send your money to, look up the Garden of Dreams. They do some amazing things for the kids in the tri-state area, not just for the sports, but for all kind of things, you know. So until next time, you know, tonight we're going to wish the Knicks well. You know, we're going down to Orlando. We match up well with Orlando. And a lot of those positions, we have the edge. So we should really come out of there with a victory.
PMA.
Positive mental attitude. You know, we got to take that into every single game. We got to believe that our worth out there on the court is worth $1 million. And we got to go out there and play like it. All right? So until next time. Oh, and then if you are new and you have not checked out the previous 10 episodes, please go to YouTube, check them out, and subscribe. You know, I need them subscriptions. I don't know why I need them, but they say I need them. All right. So next time, I see y'all later. Peace.